Hi everyone, my name is Alexandria Glaude, and today I will be presenting to you the research I've done thus far on the commodification of black bodies. Now, given everything going on currently, there's still a lot of research to be done for my project, but there's a lot of great findings I've been able to find so far. So today I will just be presenting to you what I've found, why I am deciding to study this, and what my plans are moving forward in developing my study more thoroughly. So, to start, I want to talk about what exactly a commodity is. So, just when typing in the word commodity on Google, here are some of the definitions that came up for me. I found that a commodity is a raw material or primary agricultural product that can be bought and sold, such as copper or coffee. In economics, a commodity is an economic good or service that has full or substantial fungibility. That is, the market treats instances of the good as equivalent or nearly so with no regard to whom produced them. So, what is considered a commodity? Usually, something that can be sold, something that has profit or is of great value. Usually, you don't think of a commodity as a person. So, that brings us to this black bodies as commodity. Throughout history, especially in American culture, black bodies have been used for the profit of others, and rarely with one receiving even a fraction of their life's work. Slavery was outlawed generations ago, however, its roots are still deeply embedded in our society and are still present in America's various societal structures. So, this class is Sociology of Sport, and I thought it would be fitting to look into the sociology of sport in terms of race and how, in the sporting institutions of this country, it's pretty apparent how the process and all of the different structures that go into sport are very similar to that of slavery. The purpose of this study is to showcase modern day slavery linking back to current sporting procedures, facts, and data to back the systems that enabled slavery in the first place. We will focus on how oppression has extended its hand into the sporting industry. Individuals may receive what's considered a large sum for their hard work, but it pales in comparison to the extravagant amount received by owners, and it comes at a cost no dollar can amount. That is true freedom of speech. So, some of the themes that I've decided to focus on in reading the different sources that I've found, the ones that seemed most prevalent to me are the struggle for identity, treatment, and the selection process in choosing athletes to be a part of certain programs, whether it be baseball, football, or basketball. Now, not really surprisingly, the most common research that's been done has been focused on the sport of basketball and the sport of football because those two sports seem to have the largest disparity in race and in contract worth. So, under the struggle for identity, the biggest thing that I found was that being a black athlete is a multidimensional identity, and that there's several moving parts. As far as treatment goes, I plan to look into how these athletes are treated in comparison to their white counterparts and the expectation of them. So this is where we see the infringement of freedom of speech. As you can see, I have pictures here of black protesters, and so I'm thinking about looking into what the expectation is for them, if they are able to really be prideful in their black identity, or if there's certain stipulations that go into being a part of these larger sporting industries. And the last thing I want to look into is the selection process. So this is really where I find the sporting industry to be akin to slavery. When you look at the draft in the combine specifically, there's a lot of different similarities that I have found, and that's really what drew me to this research in the first place. My methodology the literature compiled in my study brings up several ways in which sports are akin to slavery and how these ideologies are still currently prevalent in today's society, more specifically sporting institutions. I found that qualitative research is the most proper approach in analyzing as well as connecting these important details. Different scholars have done an exceptional job in breaking down the different variables within this issue and highlighting all aspects that must be taken into consideration when delving deeper into this research. So, my goal of this research is to compile supporting data to showcase the overwhelming themes and presence of slavery and oppression in sports currently. The sources I plan to break down into common themes, as I have stated earlier, and try to present them in a more cohesive manner. Previously done studies have included media coverage, and I'm thinking that will probably be my main source of analysis. So, looking forward, as I previously stated, I want to look into media coverage of these athletes and their treatment. And I'm even considering sending out a survey to our own McKendree Bearcats to see what their input includes. But like I said earlier, there's still a lot of research that needs to be done. I'm really excited to be diving deep into this. This is a topic that I think is extremely prevalent in today's society. And while it might be a big idea, I know that there's a lot of content out there and a lot of research to unpack. And a lot of research has already been done. So this is what I have thus far. And there's still a lot to uncover. But like I said, it's a really important topic to understand. And I hope this piques interest for whoever is listening today. Here are my sources. And thank you all for